What day is this? Day 22 was yesterday. Okay. Didn't we do 3 already? I feel like we did 3. Yeah, we did 3. Because this is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I was like, oh, no. Let me check. And how I can check what I should be doing. See, I should be putting it inside the box. And I didn't do it on this one. Actually, I should have my paper. I don't know what I did with my schedule. I actually have a schedule, y'all. Because my memory, Oh, I can't find it. So that was 1, that was 2. So I guess this is 3. If this is not 3, then I'll change it. I'll move on to the next one. It should be 3, 4, but we'll see.
When you say,
Oh, okay.
Ella es mi hermana.
you are saying, this is my sister, but it's literally translated as, she is my sister.
Ella es mi hermana. So then if it's literally, she is my sister, then it's not translated to, this is my sister. Let me stop, y'all. Ella es mi hermana.
How do you say to be for permanent states of being?
Ser.
Ser.
Remember that
Ser.
is used to talk about permanent states or things that don't normally change, like your name or your country of origin.
Soy María.
I'm Maria, or
Soy de México.
I'm from Mexico. In a formal setting, how would you say you are for permanent states of being?
Ser.
Es.
Oh, es. Lo siento. Yes, the other one is informal. Eres is informal. Es is formal.
Listen carefully.
Mi.
Means my. Let's hear that one more time.
Mi.
Do you remember how to say my?
Mi.
Mi.
To say sister, you would say
Hermana.
Hermana.
Now try and say sister.
Hermana.
Hermana.
Do you remember how to say my?
Mi.
Mi.
Now try and say sister.
Hermana.
Hermana.
Now, can you figure out the best way to say my sister?
Mi hermana.
Mi hermana.
In Spanish, it is not common to say this is and then the name to introduce a person. Instead, we say he is or she is, and then the person's name or relationship to the person introducing them. For this next slide, remember that he is, she is, it is, and you are formal all use the same form of the verb. Do your best to say, this is my sister. You are literally saying, she is my sister.
Ella es mi hermana.
Ella es mi hermana.
This is the permanent state of being the person's sister. And I guess this is formal. So they're talking to somebody formally.
Up for a challenge? How would you say, my sister speaks a little bit of English?
Mi hermana habla un poco de inglés.
Mi hermana habla un poco de inglés.
Mi hermana habla un poco de inglés.
Here is how you would say, brother.
Hermano.
Hermano.
Let's see if you can say, brother.
Hermano.
Hermano.
Now, how do you think you would say, my brother?
Mi hermano.
Mi hermano.
Here's how to say, husband.
Esposo.
Esposo.
Let's hear that again.
Esposo.
Esposo. Yo necesito esposo. Ahora.
Do you remember how to say, husband?
Esposo.
Esposo.
Using what you've learned, see if you can figure out how to say, my husband.
Mi esposo.
Mi esposo.
Based on what you've seen so far, how do you think you would say, this is my husband? Literally, you're saying, he is my husband.
Él es mi esposo.
Él es mi esposo.
Do you remember how to say, my sister speaks a little bit of English?
Mi hermana habla un poco de inglés.
Mi hermana habla un poco de inglés.
How do you say, this is my husband?
Él es mi esposo.
Él es mi esposo.
Now, can you figure out the best way to say, he's not my brother, he's my husband?
No, él es. He's not my brother. So it would be no es mi esposo, no es mi hermano. Él es mi esposo.
Él no es mi hermano. Es mi esposo.
So it's reverse. So you say he first, and then the es to, I guess, would be the subject pronoun. So él, well, actually, él is a subject pronoun. Él no es, he not is mi hermano. Él no es mi hermano. Él no es mi hermano. Es mi esposo.
Do you remember how to say, my sister speaks a little bit of English?
Mi hermana habla un poco de español.
Mi hermana habla un poco de inglés.
Oh, lo siento, inglés.
How do you say, this is my husband?
Él es mi esposo.
Él es mi esposo.
Now, how do you say, he's not my brother, he's my husband?
Él no es mi hermano, es mi esposo.
Él no es mi hermano.
Which is interesting.
Es mi esposo.
So if you look, es mi hermano, es mi esposo. So is my husband, is my brother, is my husband. And then you have él no, he's not, es mi hermano, es mi esposo.
Esposo.
So look at it like this. Él, he, no, él no, he not, he's not, right? He's not. Or he ain't, child, because this is giving ain't. He ain't. Es mi esposo, is my hermano. He's not, is my. So is mi hermano, is mi esposo. That part of the sentence will not change. Is my, is, because it's a permanent state of being. You just add that when there is a permanent state of being, right? Es mi hermano. No es mi hermano. Él no es mi hermano. Okay, so es is like this weird little article, not article. I forgot what they called it. This weird little phrase that has to be there when you are referring to a permanent state of being, period. The water is wet. I don't know how to say wet, so I'm gonna try something else. The water is blue, because that's all I know, right? I think water is masculine. So el agua es azul. Or you could say it is, right? Because we're doing it is. So no este es azul. No este es agua es azul. Something like that. The S has to be there, even though we already we know that it has to be there, because it is the sentence that is taking place, the subject that is taking place, and all of that will be a permanent state of being. Él no es mi esposo. So and then also remember es, he, she, it. So I don't even need to say este. Es el es el agua es azul. And it's not necessarily is by itself, but it is permanent state of being is. And then referring to it. It is. And then no, it is. No, for it is. So when it's not, that negative goes in the front always, I think, based on what I'm seeing from this program. So you always write it as if it's, when you first writing it, the back, it's always going to be written as if it is. And then you add that no in the front of it. Right? Él es mi hermano. Él no es mi hermano. Is not that act of being. Is not. No es. I don't know. That makes sense to me. Uh-oh. Hello? Yeah, speaking. Hold on, y'all.
If
Hermano,
brother is
hermana.
sister in the feminine, what will wife be?
Sorry, y'all. When you have children, it's never a dull moment.
If
Hermano,
brother is
hermana.
sister in the feminine, what will wife be?
Esposa.
What is the proper way to say wife?
Esposa.
Using what you've learned, see if you can figure out how to say my wife.
Mi esposa.
Mi esposa.
Based on what you already know, how would you say she is my wife?
Ella es mi esposa.
Ella es mi esposa.
Do you remember how to say my sister speaks a little bit of English?
Mi hermana habla un poco de inglés.
Mi hermana habla un poco de inglés.
How do you say this is my husband?
Él es mi esposo.
Él es mi esposo.
Now, how do you say he's not my brother, he's my husband?
Remember, we keep our él, right? Él, the rest of the sentence stays the same. Es mi hermano, pero it's except now we have that extra negative statement. Él, skip that part for now. Es mi, because it's a permanent state of being, right? Is a permanent state of being. Es mi hermano. Él no es mi hermano. Él no es mi hermano. Él mi esposo. Let's see if we got it right.
Él no es mi hermano. Es mi esposo.
Es mi esposo. Él, he's, because we're signifying who's referring to with the subject pronoun. Él. Right? And we know that we know for a fact that we hold that negative right before we make the original statement. Es mi hermano, no, es mi hermano, es mi esposo, whatever. Él no es mi hermano. Es mi esposo. Don't think about the English way necessarily. Don't try to translate it in the way English is broken down. Like, think of it as old English. Think of it as old English, like almost British English. That's how you can think of it. The American English we speak here in the United States is a lot of different things combined and structurally changed from the way it used to be. So you have to kind of reprogram your mind to old English. Él es mi hermano. Él no es mi hermano. Es mi esposo.
Nice. Now practice saying, she is my wife.
Ella es mi esposa.
Ella es mi esposa.
Okay. Whew, ya. Where am I being? I'm all the way dead. Next.
Based on what you've learned so far, you can figure out how to say, my husband speaks Italian.
Mi hermano mi hermano habla italiano. Sorry, y'all. I had a tongue. That was a tongue twister.
Mi esposo habla italiano.
Mi esposo habla italiano.
How do you say, this is my husband?
We're not saying this is my husband. We're saying he is my husband. He, permanent state of being, is my husband. Él es mi hermano. Esposo. Él es mi esposo.
Él es mi esposo.
Now, how do you say, he's not my brother, he's my husband?
Él, negative insertion of that negative, whatever it's called, negative something, y'all. I gotta look this stuff back up. Él no es mi hermano, right? Mi hermano, no mi hermano, not my brother. Él, not my brother. He, not my brother. That is, if you want to be technical, he not my brother. That's how we say it in the hood. I'm just saying. He not my brother. Because we don't, sometimes, like in Spanish, we don't like those pesky articles. I'm just saying. And sometimes we do. Él es no mi hermano, es mi esposo.
Él no es mi hermano. Es mi esposo.
Nice. Now practice saying, she is my wife.
Ella es mi esposa.
Ella es mi esposa.
Try to say, my husband speaks Italian.
Mi hermano habla italiano.
Mi esposo habla
Why do
italiano.
I keep saying hermano, y'all? Mi esposo. If you got that right, good job. Mi esposo habla italiano.
Using what you've learned, see if you can figure out how to say, she is my sister, and her name is Guadalupe.
Ella es mi hermana y ella, ¿cómo se? Oh, un momento. Ella es mi hermana y se llama Guadalupe. Let's see. Oh my God, I'm nervous now.
Ella es mi hermana y se llama Guadalupe.
Woo, woo! Okay. Ella es mi hermana y se llama Guadalupe. If you got that right, we are on the right track. I'm just saying.
Now, let's learn how to say friends.
Amigos.
Amigos.
Listen closely one more time.
Amigos.
Amigos.
Let's hear you say friends.
Amigos.
Amigos.
What is the proper way to say my friends?
Mis amigos. She tried to get me last time. Well, she did get me, okay? Pero me becomes plural. It's a plural form of my, like, or
Mis
belonging to.
amigos.
Mis amigos, belonging to, right? So the friends is plural. And here they what would they be? Come on, y'all. Possessive noun. Okay, thank you. Whew. That possessive noun, child. It also gets pluralized. Why? I don't know. Because you're not saying all of our friends, but they have their own rules. So their version of all of our friends would be nosotros, right? Nosotros or somos amigos. All of our friends. Pero it has to match the noun. And if the noun is plural, then the possessive phrase before it, and that possessive noun, whatever, gets pluralized as well in relation to the noun, the subject noun. The subject. Okay. Mis amigos. Mis hermanos or hermanas. Mis no sé. ¿Cómo se dice? No sé. I was going to say parents, but I can't remember. No recuerda. All right. Next, let's move on.
Did you say
Mi amigos. Mi
my has to agree in number with the noun
amigos.
friends? So the correct answer is the plural form
Mis amigos.
Based on what you've learned so far, you can figure out how to say, they are my friends.
They are. Ellos son mis amigos.
Ellos son mis amigos.
And we know from last time, ellos is they, and that's general for male and female group or all male group. Son is whenever the pronoun is plural, you have to pluralize that article or the verb to be, which is are, the permanent state of being, which would be as if it was singular, but now it's plural because of ellos, so it becomes son. Mis is also plural because amigos is plural. So it's a lot of you got a lot of steps to recall what noun is being pluralized, and then you have that subject pronoun in the back in the front that pluralize makes the the verb plural. Okay. In English, the verb doesn't get pluralized just because it's multiple people that is referenced. The article or the subject pronoun let me watch my words. The noun, what would that be? I don't know. I can't remember. But the noun that refers to you, like who these people are in relation to you, which is you. I mean, who you are in relation to them, doesn't get pluralized in English. In Spanish, it does. Ellos. Everything most things have to match up. Ellos, in this case, all. Ellos son mis amigos. And if we wanted to make that a singular for a one person that you were referring to, it would be él es mi amigo. You see? Él or ella es mi amigo.
When you meet new people, you should always remember to introduce everyone to each other. Just as in English, this is considered the polite thing to do.
Okay, girl.
Now, how do you say, he's not my brother, he's my husband?
Él. Oh, y'all should try this. Should I let you get a few seconds to try it without me? All right, let me pause it. All right, if you got it, thumbs up. I'm going to try it. I didn't pause it, y'all. They almost messed me up. Él no mi hermano. Él no mi hermano. Es mi esposo. Tongue twister. Él no es mi hermano. Es mi esposo.
Él no es mi hermano. Es mi esposo.
Nice. Now practice saying, she is my wife.
Ella es mi esposa.
Ella es mi esposa.
Try to say, my husband speaks Italian.
Mi esposo habla italiano.
Mi esposo habla italiano.
Nice. Now practice saying, they are my friends.
Ellos son mis amigos.
Ellos son mis amigos.
Let's see if you can say, brother.
Hermano.
Hermano.
Hermano. I keep saying hermano and I'm going to mess up and actually put hermano. Hermano. Hermano.
Okay, now try to say, my brother.
Mi hermano.
Mi hermano.
Do you remember how to say, husband?
Esposo.
Esposo.
Now,
Yo quiero
how do you say,
esposo.
wife?
Yo quiero un esposo, lo siento. Esposa.
Esposa.
Nice. Now practice saying, she is my sister, and her name is Guadalupe.
Ella es mi hermana y se llama Guadalupe.
Ella es mi hermana y se llama Guadalupe.
Oops, se llama Lo siento, I keep forgetting that in español you don't need the S. Ella es mi hermana y se llama Guadalupe. Her name, Guadalupe. Then they should give me a comma there. I'm just saying. I need a comma there if it ain't gonna be is, honey.
Let's hear you say, friends.
Amigos.
Amigos.
Now, how do you say, my friends?
Mis amigos.
Mis amigos.
Woo woo. I think it's a review here. Yep. Let's get it popping.
Do you remember how to say, my name is Tom?
Me llamo Tom.
Me llamo Tom.
Let's hear you say, her name is Maria.
Se llama María.
Ella se llama María.
Remember, you don't have to add the ella. Ella se llama María or se llama María. Ella would be like if you're pointing to the person you don't know yet. Okay.
Let's see if you can say, I'm John.
Dang. Let me see. Soy John.
Soy John.
What? Oh. If y'all can see me right now cutting up, I ain't showing y'all because my hair ain't done. But I'm cutting up. All right, y'all. We are on lesson 4 for tomorrow. I have not found a movie, but let me show y'all something. This is what we're gonna do, because this program also has hold on. This program also has, and I have to put in here that we did lesson 3. It also has things we can listen to. Maybe not. Mango movies. This is the one. I saw this movie already last time that I did this 100-day challenge. Viva Cuba. Let me see if Viva Cuba is free. Let me see. Now I got a lot of tabs open. Okay. Is Viva Cuba public domain? Is Viva Cuba movie? So it looks like no, it's not. Unless I were to be analyzing it, which can be tricky. So copyright for a film published, the 2005 film Viva Cuba is not in the public domain, so I can't play it, y'all. I mean, I could show snippets or whatever, but it would be to analyze the movie. So what I can try and do is, like, if you have a movie that you want to watch for us to watch, maybe like a documentary or something like that, I can reach out to the person who owns it, who owns the publishing rights to it, and see if they allow me to share it. If you know any independent filmmakers, or know of any like local independent filmmakers for Spanish content, please put it in the comments and I can reach out to them. I'll also try and reach out to some in my area and just be like, you know, we're learning Spanish on my page. Can we have permission to watch your movie? So I think I'll do something like that, because public domain. I went to Library of Congress for our last movie, and y'all can't even see what I'm doing. I went to Library of Congress for our last movie, and unfortunately, the movie that we watched, the 1930s film, Rivera, I forgot the name of it, was the only Spanish-speaking movie they had, and it looked like they've been deleting stuff. The Library of Congress has been deleting stuff, and I don't know. This is a funky time here in the United States. Okay, but I will keep looking. I will go to the free library and see if I can get some information there for public domain movies, and then I had to figure out how to play it. Okay, that's a whole nother issue. And then you can go to different streaming platforms, but you got to pay for them. I'm not paying for any streaming platforms. I'm just not. They already, child, don't get me started. Remember when laptops used to have DVD players attached to them? Who remembers that? Okay. All right, y'all. That's it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep practicing your Spanish. I wish I could play this movie for y'all, but if you can pull it up somewhere, Viva Cuba. That's the movie I'm going to be watching to practice my Spanish until we find another public domain movie. All right, y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I